Welcome to an inspiring journey that will boost both your English and your motivation. Today, we explore the life of Albert Einstein, a man whose ideas and courage changed the world. As you listen, focus on the fresh vocabulary and phrases, and see how persistence and curiosity lead to greatness. Grab your notebook, stay focused, and let's begin this adventure together. Albert Einstein's childhood. The very beginning, the tale of young Albert Einstein was shrouded in mystery, wonder, and a spark of genius that would one day transform our understanding of the universe. Born on March 14, 1879, in a modest town in Germany, little did anyone suspect that this unassuming child would grow up to reshape the world of science. His father, Hermann Einstein, was a dedicated businessman working with electrical parts, while his mother, Pauline Koch, a gentle homemaker with an ardent love for music and learning, nurtured an environment that celebrated curiosity and creativity. Even as an infant, there was one detail that set Albert apart. His head appeared unusually large. His family playfully speculated whether this unique feature signified that he might think in extraordinary ways, a notion that would soon be vindicated. Despite his peculiar physical traits, Albert's early years were marked by a profound silence. He did not utter his first words until nearly the age of 3. This quietness, far from indicating a developmental delay, was a window into the mind of a boy who was constantly absorbed in deep thought, meticulously observing every nuance of his surroundings. At the tender age of 5, a seemingly simple gift from his father would ignite a lifelong passion. Albert received a modest compass, an object that captured his full attention. He marveled at how, no matter how much he twisted or turned it, the needle steadfastly pointed north. That moment was transformative. It revealed to him that invisible forces governed the natural world. He would spend hours utterly absorbed, trying to decipher the secrets behind that unwavering direction. This early encounter with the mysteries of nature planted the seed for a relentless quest to uncover the unseen laws of the cosmos. School, however, proved to be a challenging environment for the inquisitive young mind. The traditional, rigid education system of his time emphasized rote memorization over imaginative exploration, a method that clashed with Albert's insatiable curiosity. Teachers, unable to appreciate his unique way of thinking, often grew frustrated with his constant barrage of questions. One stern instructor even declared that he would never succeed, a harsh remark that only strengthened Albert's resolve to follow his own path. While he found languages to be tedious, mathematics became his refuge, universal language that spoke to him with clarity and beauty. Encouraged by his mother's gentle support and his uncle Jacob's playful approach to math, comparing each problem to a treasure hunt with clues leading to a hidden solution, Albert's love for numbers and logical reasoning flourished. In quiet moments, away from the constraints of formal schooling, while other children played, Albert immersed himself in books and wild daydreams. He would wander through realms of thought, questioning how the universe functioned and dreaming of revolutionary discoveries. One memorable afternoon, while walking home from school, he posed a seemingly simple question to himself. What would it be like to ride on a beam of light? This profound thought, emerging from a child's innocent wonder, laid the foundation for the revolutionary ideas that would later alter the course of physics. Even in his earliest days, his mind danced with possibilities, setting him on an extraordinary journey to explore the secrets of light, space, and time. Albert Einstein's educational chapter was a turning point that transformed his remarkable mind and independent spirit. At the tender age of 15, when his father's business collapsed and his family was forced to relocate to Italy. Young Albert stayed behind in Germany to finish school. However, this separation from his loved ones filled his heart with loneliness and melancholy. During these trying days, every quiet moment deepened his yearning for knowledge, a quest that reached far beyond the confines of a traditional classroom. Disillusioned by an education system that prized memorization over genuine understanding, Einstein made the courageous decision to abandon formal schooling. Instead, he embraced self-directed learning, immersing himself in a wealth of books covering science, philosophy, and mathematics. His decision was considered a risky gamble by many, who believed that leaving school would sabotage his future. But Albert was resolute. He trusted that the pursuit of true learning and intellectual freedom was worth any risk. At just 16, he wrote his very first scientific paper. Though it was far from perfect, the paper shone with the spark of his immense potential and insatiable curiosity. Encouraged by his early success, he then applied to the prestigious Swiss Federal Polytechnic School. Yet, his first attempt did not yield the desired results. Non-scientific subjects like French and history proved challenging, and he failed the entrance exam. Rather than being defeated by this setback, Einstein viewed it as an opportunity to grow. He dedicated himself to improving his weaknesses, studying even harder, and refusing to let failure define him. Einstein's steadfast determination eventually led him to Switzerland, a nation celebrated for its modern, liberal education system where creative thinking was nurtured rather than stifled. In this refreshing environment, he finally found the intellectual freedom he craved. The supportive and open-minded atmosphere allowed him to flourish, and he soon shed the constraints of his past. Embracing an education that celebrated inquiry, innovation, and independent thought. Through this period of self-education and resilience, Einstein not only honed his scientific prowess, but also discovered the true essence of learning. His journey teaches us that education is not limited to the pages of textbooks or the rigidity of traditional classrooms. It thrives in the courage to question, explore, and follow one's unique path. Einstein's life reminds us that the road to greatness is paved with persistence, the willingness to overcome obstacles, and the belief that every failure is merely a stepping stone to success. Unconventional genius. Einstein's journey at the Polytechnic. In his pursuit of academic excellence, Einstein's time at the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich marked a pivotal turning point in his life. After overcoming early setbacks and finally gaining admission to one of Europe's most prestigious institutions, he quickly discovered that success was not simply about fitting in, while his acceptance into the Polytechnic was a triumph in itself. The rigid, conventional environment soon clashed with his fiercely independent spirit. At the Polytechnic, Einstein's passion for mathematics and physics soared, yet he found little joy in the other subjects that filled the curriculum. His insatiable curiosity drove him to seek answers to profound questions: what is light? How does time truly work? Why does gravity hold sway over the universe? Such inquiries went far beyond the routine topics covered in class, and they set him apart from his peers. His professors, unaccustomed to his unconventional approach, often misunderstood him. One professor even remarked, "You are a smart boy, Einstein, but you lack discipline." Rather than discouraging him, such comments only intensified his resolve to learn on his own terms. Einstein frequently skipped lectures to delve into his own studies, preferring self-directed exploration over rote learning. His mind wandered freely through the realms of theoretical possibilities, unbound by the constraints of a structured syllabus. It was during these moments of solitary reflection that his ideas began to take shape, laying the groundwork for future revolutionary discoveries. Amid this vibrant atmosphere of academic challenge and personal discovery, fate introduced Einstein to Maleva Marek, the only female physics student in his class. Maleva, brilliant and equally passionate about science, quickly became more than just a fellow student. Together, they spent countless hours discussing intricate scientific theories and scribbling down ideas on any scrap of paper available. Einstein's heartfelt note to her, "Together, we will conquer the world of science," symbolized not only their shared dreams, but also the deep bond that formed between them. Despite facing significant obstacles, Maleva battling prejudice in a male-dominated field, and Einstein contending with financial hardships, their mutual support and unwavering focus on their scientific ambitions helped sustain them through challenging times. In 1900, at just 21 years old, Einstein graduated from the Polytechnic with a degree in physics. While this achievement should have heralded a bright future in academia, reality proved harsh. Despite his evident genius, he was met with a series of rejections when applying for university positions. Professors who had once criticized his nonconformity now offered tepid recommendations, dismissing him as unmotivated. Imagine the sting of working relentlessly for years only to be repeatedly turned away. Yet even this, for Einstein, was merely a stepping stone. Refusing to yield to despair, he took on any job that would sustain him while still nurturing his scientific passion. By 1902, fortune finally began to favor him, when he secured a modest position that afforded him the freedom to continue his groundbreaking work. This challenging yet transformative period at the Polytechnic not only honed his academic abilities, but also solidified his belief that true learning transcends traditional education. It is through persistence, self-belief, and the courage to question established norms that one can truly innovate. Einstein's experiences at the Polytechnic serve as a timeless reminder. Brilliance is not confined to standard curricula, and the path to discovery often lies off the beaten track. His journey continues to inspire generations, urging us to challenge conventions and pursue knowledge with unyielding passion. Clerk by day, genius by night. Einstein's Patent Office Odyssey. Albert Einstein's tenure as a clerk at the Swiss Patent Office in Bern became one of the most transformative periods of his life. Although the job involved reviewing patent applications and determining whether inventions were truly original, far cry from the theoretical realms of physics, Einstein managed to find brilliance in the mundane. Initially, he felt a deep sense of disappointment. His heart longed for the world of scientific discovery, not the routine paperwork of a clerk. Yet, rather than wallow in frustration, he chose to make the most of every moment. He soon began to regard the patent office as his very own thinking lab. Amid the steady hum of daily tasks, Einstein would secretly scribble down his thoughts on the nature of light, the mysteries of time, and the fabric of space. Each application he reviewed was not merely a case file. It was a backdrop against which his revolutionary ideas slowly began to take shape. In 1903, his life took another unexpected turn. Einstein married Maleva Marek in a modest ceremony that was as simple as it was heartfelt. Their union was built on a shared passion for science and an unwavering commitment to their ideals. Soon after, they welcomed their first child, a son named Hans Albert Einstein. Despite the joy that family life brought, financial hardship was a constant companion. Einstein's modest salary as a clerk proved insufficient to support the growing family, and they found themselves living in a small apartment while struggling to make ends meet. Many of his friends and colleagues advised him to abandon his lofty dreams of scientific innovation in favor of a more secure, conventional career. But Einstein was resolute. He famously declared that he would rather endure hardship and pursue his passion than live a comfortable life devoid of purpose. Even after long, exhausting days at the patent office, he continued to work on his theories late into the night. Every spare moment was dedicated to exploring ideas that defied the boundaries of contemporary science. Then came 1905, the year that would later be celebrated as Einstein's Annus Mirabilis, or Miracle Year. At just 26 years old, while still holding down his day job, he published a series of groundbreaking papers that fundamentally altered our understanding of the universe. These papers tackled the photoelectric effect, Brownian motion, and the special theory of relativity, among other subjects. With each publication, Einstein's reputation grew, and the seeds of modern physics began to sprout. Through his years at the patent office, Einstein transformed a seemingly ordinary job into a sanctuary for his innovative mind. His story is a vivid reminder that true genius can flourish even in the most unexpected circumstances. It teaches us that passion, perseverance, and an unyielding commitment to one's vision can turn even the humblest of roles into the foundation for monumental breakthroughs. Einstein's Annus Mirabilis, the breakthroughs that transformed physics. In 1905, a year that would later be celebrated as Einstein's Annus Mirabilis, or Miracle Year, the humble patent clerk transformed the world of science with a trio of revolutionary breakthroughs. First came the explanation of the photoelectric effector phenomenon, where light, long thought to behave solely as a wave, was shown to also act like a stream of tiny, discrete particles called photons. This bold idea not only challenged the prevailing wave theory of light, but also earned Einstein the Nobel Prize in Physics, laying the cornerstone for quantum mechanics and forever altering our understanding of energy and matter. Next, Einstein turned his attention to the erratic motion of particles suspended in a liquid, known as Brownian motion. By mathematically demonstrating that the jittery dance of these particles was caused by the relentless bombardment from invisible molecules, he provided compelling evidence for the existence of atoms, a topic that had long divided the scientific community. This breakthrough not only cemented the atomic theory, but also reinforced the idea that even the most chaotic, natural phenomena could be explained by the predictable laws of physics. Yet, perhaps Einstein's most celebrated contribution was his special theory of relativity. In defiance of centuries of conventional wisdom, he proposed that time and space are not absolute entities, but are relative and intertwined. This radical notion culminated in the iconic equation E equals mc, revealing that energy and mass are interchangeable, discovery that not only revolutionized physics, but also paved the way for the development of nuclear power and modern cosmology. As the scientific community absorbed these transformative ideas, the life of Einstein began to change dramatically. Once dismissed as an unremarkable clerk with no academic pedigree, he suddenly found himself at the center of a global revolution in science. Offers to teach and conduct research flowed in from prestigious institutions, and within a few years, Einstein had become a professor at several renowned universities. Despite the growing accolades, he remained refreshingly humble. Often, when praised for his genius, he would downplay his achievements, insisting, "I am no genius. I am simply curious." This modest declaration resonated deeply, embodying his unwavering belief that relentless curiosity and a willingness to question the status quo are the true engines of discovery. Even as fame and recognition mounted, Einstein never lost sight of his core values. He continued to push the boundaries of conventional thought, always probing deeper into the mysteries of the universe. His journey from a struggling clerk to a world-renowned scientist stands as a timeless testament to the power of perseverance, self-belief, and the courage to challenge established norms. His story reminds us that every failure is merely a stepping stone towards success, and that true innovation often arises from those willing to defy expectations. By 1909, Einstein's groundbreaking work had not only earned him the admiration of his peers, but had also reshaped the very fabric of scientific inquiry. He assumed influential positions at the University of Zurich and later at the German University in Prague, where he further refined his theories and inspired countless students and researchers. Throughout this ascent, he maintained a simple, unpretentious lifestyle focused solely on his work and the pursuit of knowledge rather than wealth or status. Einstein's legacy endures as a beacon of inspiration, urging each of us to remain curious, to embrace failure as a part of growth, and to dare to ask the big questions. His remarkable journey illustrates that true greatness is achieved not by following the crowd, but by courageously forging one's own path toward understanding the boundless mysteries of our universe. Einstein, amidst chaos, war, loss, and the bending of light. In 1914, as Europe was plunged into the tumult of World War I, Albert Einstein accepted a prestigious position at the Prussian Academy of Sciences in Berlin, Germany. This career move marked a decisive turning point. He now had access to exceptional resources and the intellectual freedom to dive deep into research. Yet, the outbreak of the war cast a long, somber shadow over the continent, and Einstein found himself at odds with the prevailing fervor for conflict. While many of his peers supported the war effort, Einstein's conscience drove him to advocate for peace. He used his emerging influence to call for harmony and understanding, urging nations to resolve disputes through dialogue rather than violence. At the same time, the pressures of war and the responsibilities of newfound fame began to strain his personal life. The challenges of living through such turbulent times, combined with financial hardships and mounting public expectations, slowly eroded his once strong marriage with Mileva Maric. Their shared dreams of scientific discovery were gradually overshadowed by discord and sorrow. By 1919, the cumulative weight of these pressures led to their divorce. Though Einstein made sure that Mileva and their sons were provided for financially, underscoring his deep sense of duty and compassion even amid personal loss. Amid the backdrop of global conflict, science was on the brink of revolution. In 1919, British astronomers carried out critical tests of Einstein's general theory of relativity, a theory he had been refining since 1915. Their observations confirmed his bold prediction that gravity could bend light, a revelation that sent shockwaves through the scientific community. This extraordinary discovery not only validated Einstein's work, but also redefined our understanding of space and time. The news spread like wildfire, captivating both scientists and the public, and propelling Einstein into the international spotlight as one of the foremost thinkers of his time. Throughout these years of hardship and upheaval, Einstein remained resolute. He balanced the demands of his groundbreaking research with the personal challenges he faced, never losing sight of his commitment to peace and the pursuit of truth. His journey during World War I is a testament to the power of resilience and the belief that even in the darkest times, the light of knowledge can shine through. Einstein's legacy from this period serves as an enduring reminder. Amidst chaos and loss, the courage to question and explore can lead to discoveries that transform the world. Celestial celebrity, Einstein's rise to global fame. Albert Einstein's meteoric ascent into global stardom was as astonishing as the theories he developed. Almost overnight, the unassuming physicist once immersed in quiet contemplation of the universe's secrets, found himself at the center of worldwide attention. Newspapers across the globe blared headlines proclaiming Einstein's theory proven true. For the first time in history, a scientist was celebrated like a true celebrity, his face adorning magazine covers and his words echoing in lecture halls everywhere. Yet even amidst the dazzling lights of fame, Einstein's characteristic wit and humility shone through. When pressed about the paradoxes of his newfound celebrity, he offered a memorable remark that captured both his humor and the complex prejudices of his time. "If my theories are proven wrong, the Americans will say I am a German, and the Germans will say I am a Jew. But if my theories are proven right, the Germans will say I am a German, and the Americans will say I am a Jew." This clever quip not only underscored the irony of public opinion, but also highlighted the persistent challenges he faced as a Jewish scientist in a world all too ready to judge based on heritage. As his renown spread like wildfire, Einstein navigated the glare of the spotlight with an unwavering commitment to his work. Despite the overwhelming adulation, he remained focused on probing the mysteries of space and time, never allowing fame to distract him from his passion for scientific discovery. He continued to explore deep questions about the cosmos, often retreating into thought experiments that led to insights capable of reshaping modern physics. Even as the public clamored for more glimpses into his revolutionary ideas, Einstein leveraged his global status to advocate for intellectual freedom and peace. His ability to balance public admiration with personal humility turned him into a symbol of curiosity and perseverance for millions around the world. Ultimately, Einstein's journey teaches us that true greatness lies not in the glitter of celebrity, but in the relentless pursuit of truth, the courage to challenge established norms, and the capacity to inspire change in even the most divided times. Champion of peace. During the 1920s, Albert Einstein embarked on a globe-trotting journey, sharing his revolutionary ideas and deep commitment to peace with audiences across the world. His lectures took him to the United States, Japan, and many other countries where he met fellow scientists, policymakers, and curious minds alike. With the fame his groundbreaking theories had brought him, Einstein realized that his influence extended far beyond physics. Determined to make a difference, he used his status to champion the cause of peace, asserting that true harmony cannot be maintained by force, but must be built on mutual understanding and respect. Einstein believed that peace could only be achieved through dialogue and empathy, and he actively supported the rights of minorities and refugees, those who often had no voice of their own. His message was simple, yet profound. A better world is possible if we look beyond our differences and embrace our shared humanity. However, as his renown grew, so did the criticism. Many dismissed his idealism as impractical, accusing him of naivety in a world marred by conflict. Critics argued that his lofty ideas were disconnected from the harsh realities of politics and war. Despite the backlash, Einstein faced these challenges with unwavering grace. He famously remarked, "Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds," a statement that encapsulated his belief that the path to progress is rarely smooth. Even as some sought to discredit his work and undermine his calls for peace, Einstein remained steadfast in his conviction. His travels not only spread scientific knowledge, but also kindled a global conversation about peace, justice, and the power of understanding. Einstein's journey in the 1920s serves as a timeless reminder that even amidst a world filled with turmoil and division, the courage to advocate for peace and the willingness to challenge the status quo can inspire change. His legacy continues to remind us that the pursuit of knowledge and compassion can light the way to a more harmonious future. Einstein versus the Nazis. In 1933, the rise of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi regime forced Albert Einstein to make a heartbreaking decision. He had to flee Germany. As a Jewish scientist, he was in grave danger. The Nazis denounced his work as Jewish science, burned his books, and erased his contributions from German academia. Realizing that staying in Germany would put his life at risk, Einstein sought refuge in the United States, where he joined the prestigious Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, New Jersey. Though safe, he was deeply saddened by the horrors unfolding in his homeland. Yet, he remained hopeful, famously stating, "In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity." In 1940, Einstein became an American citizen and continued his work in physics. But global events soon demanded his attention. As World War II escalated, US officials sought his expertise in the race to develop nuclear weapons. Although he did not directly contribute to the Manhattan Project, his famous equation, E equals mc, laid the foundation for nuclear energy. However, when he learned of the devastating bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, he was deeply troubled. Einstein regretted that his scientific discoveries had been used for destruction, and spent the rest of his life advocating for nuclear disarmament. He warned the world of the dangers of atomic warfare, saying, "Mankind invented the atomic bomb, but no mouse would ever construct a mousetrap." Despite his global fame, Einstein remained humble and led a simple life. He refused to own a car, rarely wore socks, and found joy in sailing despite not knowing how to swim. His boundless curiosity never faded, and even in his later years, he continued to explore the mysteries of the universe. Through all the challenges he faced, Einstein remained a symbol of resilience, wisdom, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. The power of curiosity. Albert Einstein's mind never stopped questioning the mysteries of the universe. Even in his later years, his insatiable curiosity drove him to explore concepts far beyond the scientific knowledge of his time. He pondered the nature of black holes, the fabric of space-time, and even the possibility of time travel. His greatest ambition was to develop a unified theory that could explain all the fundamental forces of nature, a challenge that remains unsolved to this day. Despite his declining health, Einstein never stopped working, scribbling equations and ideas until his final moments. On April 18, 1955, at the age of 76, Albert Einstein passed away. His last words, spoken in German, were never recorded, as the nurse by his side did not understand the language. With his passing, the world lost one of its greatest minds, but his legacy continued to shape the future. Einstein was not just a scientist. He was a thinker, a philosopher, and a humanitarian whose influence extended far beyond physics. His life story offers profound lessons that continue to inspire generations. 1. Struggles shaped greatness. Einstein faced rejection, criticism, and war, yet he never wavered in his pursuit of knowledge. His resilience turned obstacles into stepping stones toward success. 2. Curiosity drives progress. He believed that questioning everything was the key to discovery. His relentless search for answers changed the way we understand the universe. 3. True greatness lies in simplicity. Despite his fame, Einstein remained humble, valuing wisdom and kindness over wealth and status. Today, Einstein's name is synonymous with genius. But his story is not just about intelligence, it is about perseverance, courage, and the audacity to challenge the impossible. His words still resonate. Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. Einstein's legacy reminds us that the pursuit of knowledge, fueled by curiosity and passion, has the power to change the world.